Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to talk about countable and uncountable nouns, and also the most important part of this video, which is what are the common mistakes that the learners may make. So at the end of this video you would be able to answer all these questions like what is a noun, what is a countable noun, what is an uncountable noun, how to use them, and what are common mistakes in using countable and uncountable nouns. So let's get started. First, what is a noun? So nouns are words that refer to a thing. Like what? Like a pen, a book, a computer, a door, a window, right? These are all some things, yes? They can refer to a person, like Jim, Dad, teacher. They can refer to a place, like home or school. They can also refer to the name of countries, like Croatia, or name of the continents, like Australia. They can refer to an animal, like a cat, a dog, a bear, a boar, right? They can refer to a quality, like softness or hardness of something, right? Like how hard is something, or how soft is something. They can also refer to an idea. You know, ideas are abstract. It means you cannot touch them or see them. They're in your mind, like justice or advice. Yeah. They may also refer to an action that is being done, like listening, walking, writing. Okay, so this was all kind of nouns, so let's go for countable nouns. Countable nouns have three main features. The first one is that they can be counted. Like how? Look at the picture. It's a picture of apples, right? We can count apples as individual items, like for example 1 apple or 2 apples, right? So they can be counted. Yeah. The second feature is that they have singular and plural form. They have both forms, you know. We can say apple or apples. I have an apple, but he has 4 apples. Yeah. Alright, and the third feature is that they can be used with articles. Which articles? Indefined articles, like a or an. I hope you know when to use a and when to use an, but I will just say it again. We use an when the first letter of our noun is vowel. The vowel sounds are A, E, I, O, and U. If we have one of these, any of these, as a first letter of our noun, so we must use an, and if we don't have any of these, we must use a. Okay, so this was the main features of countable nouns. So let's go for uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns have two main features. The first one is that they cannot be counted. Look at the picture. It's a picture of water, right? Can you count it? Do you see any individual item of, for example, some amount of this water? Of course not. So we cannot count them. We cannot say 3 waters. 3 waters? Can you understand such a thing? No, it's not possible. We can only count, for example, a container of an uncountable noun. Alright? So the second one is that they have only singular form. So we cannot say waters. We can only say water. Yeah? Singular form. But also we have some exceptions, some words that are only in plural form, that we will talk about it later. But right now it's mainly they have only singular form. Here we have some important points that you'd better to know them. The first one is that you must know the type of the noun. Okay? How you should know it? There are some ways. The most available way for you is to just search it on Google. It's the most available and easiest way. The second point is that knowing the noun that are both countable and uncountable. Yeah, there are some nouns that are both countable and uncountable, and the meaning can be changed by different contexts, different places that they are being used. The third one is knowing the nouns ending in s that are always plural. As I told you, there are some nouns that are always in plural. Like what? For example, trousers, pants, clothes. These are all some nouns that end with s, and they're all plural. And the last point is irregular plural forms. Right? Nouns which have the same form in the singular and plural. For example, sheep. When we have one of them, we say one sheep or a sheep. When we have more than one, for example, we have 4, we say 4 sheep. Sheep is a singular form and a plural form, both. Here we have some words that have the same form when they are singular and plural. Aircraft, crossroads, species, sheep, series. Okay. Next page we have common mistakes. Alright, so let's go for them. The first one is uncountable nouns do not go with numbers and rarely with plural forms or articles. Okay, so it sometimes happens that students use numbers with uncountable nouns. So you must be always aware of that. You cannot use numbers with uncountable nouns. The second point is that some determiners only go with countable nouns, other only go with uncountable nouns. Okay, so we have some determiners that only go with countable nouns like many, few, several, every, and etc. And also we have some determiners like much, little, less, and etc. that are only being used with uncountable nouns. Okay, just with uncountable nouns. Alright, next point is that some uncountable nouns are only plural with no singular equivalent. Okay, so we have some uncountable nouns that are only in plural and they have no singular equivalent. As we talked about it before, like trousers, glasses, goods, groceries, clothes, thanks, police, they can be used with the defined articles. Defined articles like de, but not with the indefined articles a or an or numbers. As I told you before, a or an or indefined articles can be used only with countable nouns. Okay, next point is that lots of nouns have both countable and uncountable forms. Okay, so as I told you before, they can be changed in different contexts. For example, look at the examples. The first one: have a glass of water before giving a presentation. Much of the Bank of China tower is made of glass. Okay, in the first one, by saying glass, we're talking about a drinking cup. Okay, drinking cup. Drinking cups are countable. I mean, we have individual drinking cups, so we can count them. So here, glass is countable. But in the next one, by saying glass, we mean the generic concept of the glass, you know? So that glass is not countable. You cannot count it. There is no individual item like that. She has enough experience to become a manager. Falling in love is an unforgettable experience. Okay, in the first example, we are saying that she has enough experience. We are talking about the concept of experiencing, you know? The concept of experiencing is not something that you can count. But the next one, when we say falling in love is an unforgettable experience, we are talking about different kinds of experience which can be counted. Okay, I hope you've learned well about countable and uncountable nouns, and we'll come back soon with new videos. Be safe.